house guests. Welcome to today's Big Brother Canada 11 Digital Daily Update.
Oh, hi.
Our house guests of the day are Dorsey, Clemens Taylor, and Julie. Is it Clee or Cly? I'm sorry if I messed up your name. In any case, thank you both so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so much. So thank you again.
Awesome. Big up yourself.
Yes, and if you are watching this and you want to be house guest of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below.
And already we have a super chat. It's from Cal Mana.
Oh, thanks, Cal.
Cal says, what a strange season it's been.
Yeah, it has.
The 1+ is all the mama-daughter duo spoilers we've been treated to. Oh, he's too kind.
It has been a lot of fun doing these together.
Yeah, it has. Thank you so much for all of your dedication over the years. So many years. Much love. Well, thank you for your support.
Yeah, thank you for your dedication to watching. We really appreciate that.
We really do. Because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this.
That is very true.
Every time.
So, we have things to discuss. Not many, but a few. But before we get into the new stuff.
Okay.
When we left off yesterday, they had the power veto ceremony, and Ty and Anika were up on the block. Ty used the POV on himself, of course, and Koozie was put up on the block in his place.
Bye, Koozie.
Yeah, so we've got Koozie versus Anika. It's not looking good for Koozie. Koozie was really pissed yesterday. She was keeping her distance from the girly pops, and she was like, I want them to beg for my jury vote.
Not cool.
I mean, I could get why she's upset, and of course she needed time to cool down. And I have to say, she's been in a much better mood in today's Digital Daily.
Yeah.
She needed time to process everything. But honestly, like, she kind of played herself because as we know, and we'll see on tonight's episode, she could have potentially won the veto this week, but she went for the $1,000 temptation, and that slowed down her time.
It sucks because now for the rest of her life, she's going to be thinking, what if? Just like we see on the Survivor, like second chancers or whatever. It's like, what if I had only done this? What if I had only done that? Things would have been so different.
Well, if there's another All-Star season, she will be getting a phone call.
Absolutely.
And it will be deserved.
Yes.
So
well deserved.
I would love to see her come back and play in another season.
I'd actually like to see Ty come back.
I mean, he's a worthy competitor.
He's a great competitor.
And you got to have villains, right?
If you don't have villains, you don't have any niceys.
Yeah. You got to have that balance.
Heroes.
Right.
I couldn't think of the word. Nicey heroes.
All right. Well, let's talk about today's Digital Daily. We were wondering, is Koozie going to do anything to try and stay? Because yesterday it seemed like she was pretty much resigned.
Well, you were wondering that. I didn't think she was going to be doing anything.
Yeah. Because, I mean, she was already talking like, oh, I'm going, like, blah, blah, blah. I want them to beg for my jury vote. But let's talk about day 53 in the house. Ty and Koozie were in the library, started off right away, and they're talking about pitching a Final Four deal to Renee.
Well, Koozie's not really talking about it. Ty is telling Koozie that
they're both discussing it. I mean, Ty does not want to see Koozie leave this week.
This is maniacal. How the audacity to even pitch this?
Well, this Final Four would be Ty, Koozie, Renee, and Claudia. I do not see Claudia being into this at all. I don't really see Renee being into it either, but definitely not Claudia. Why would she choose to go to the Final Four with 3 people that would probably beat her in the final 2?
These girls would have to be hooked up to a brain machine and have 0 brain waves to agree to this deal.
I mean,
even for them.
Ty and Koozie and Renee don't know about Claudia's Final Four deal with Shania, Daniel, and Anika.
Right.
But still, like, she's not going to go for it. She's got 3 people that she has a chance of beating in her current Final Four.
Koozie knows that Anika and Daniel are being a little dirty here.
Right, but she doesn't know that there's like a set thing.
Right.
So Ty tells Koozie, you should talk to Claudia about it first. Just give her the heads up that you're going to be pitching this, and then talk to Renee about it.
I mean, Ty knows that Claudia cannot stand Koozie.
Maybe he thinks he can work his magic because Ty and Claudia are getting all cozy again.
You ain't that magical. You ain't no David Copperfield up in there.
Well, anyway, Ty is telling Koozie, you only need 2 votes and Renee to break the tie to stay. Like, we can make this happen.
Good luck.
I mean, I give her props if she does try to pull this off, but I don't think it's going to work.
You only need to climb a few miles to get over Mount Everest.
So anyway, then we have Renee, Claudia. Renee, Claudia, and Shania chatting in the bathroom. And they're all like, oh, I thought it was set for Koozie to go. Like, why are people, aka Ty probably, thinking about keeping someone who can beat everyone in the end? Like, why is this even a question?
Right.
So they're like, oh my God, we need to make sure Koozie goes, and then we need to make sure that we win the next HOH or we're going to be in trouble. Claudia especially is sweating because I'm sure she sees herself as like the top target in the girls group.
Was she sweating? Is that why she had the world's tiniest dress on today?
That was a child-sized dress that she was wearing today, and Ty could not get enough of it.
He said, tell Claudia how good she looks again and again and again.
Well, they're thinking, if Koozie does end up staying and she wins HOH, she's definitely going to come after us. Duh, put up Claudia and Renee, call it a day. But they're also worried about Daniel and Anika winning, potentially. Are they going to stay true to targeting Ty? No. They're going to go after those girls. Come on. So Shania says...
Especially Renee.
Yeah.
Because for some reason they think Renee is this like genius, and she's not.
Yeah. So Shania says, well, I was talking to Daniel and Anika, and they're both pissed that Koozie has undermined their games. I mean, they're trying to take credit for all these things that like Koozie is also trying to take credit for. So they're not happy about that. I feel like Daniel and Anika have kind of been babies in this whole situation. Very whiny.
They have been
very
diaper
whiny.
babies.
Yeah. And the girls are also hoping that Koozie is not going to be a bitter juror. Good luck.
Petty. She might be petty.
I don't know. Who knows? But then again, I could see her talking a big game like that and saying, I'm going to be bitter, blah, blah, blah.
And I think once she gets back with Jonathan, he's going to talk some sense into her.
When it comes down to it, I think she would arrive in that, at that place on her own of like, I'm going to vote for the best player to win.
Yeah.
So,
which is probably going to be Ty if he hangs around.
Well, my thing is the Crown going to stick to voting for one of their members if they make it to the end, or would they jump ship and vote for Ty?
I think the Crown is dead.
Yeah, I don't know how loyal they are to that.
Especially after all the shenanigans, Yeah.
Well, before we move on here, thank you, Jefferson, for the super chat.
Thank you, Jefferson. I love that little...
Is that a baby hippo?
Yeah, it looks like a baby hippo. I love a baby hippo.
Yes. And Chris F., thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you so much for the super chat also. That's so awesomely nice and wonderful. And
we appreciate both of you.
It's a digital hug.
Yes. A digital daily hug.
Yes.
So, they switch back to Koozie and Ty chatting in the library.
Yeah.
And Koozie's like, I'm feeling kind of guilty because I've definitely been bending the truth a little bit when I talk to Renee.
I mean, who doesn't in this house, right?
Yeah. I guess there's been a lot of discussion about the chain of safety and like how that all went down. And I guess Koozie is trying to make it seem to Renee like, I really wanted you to stay here. But in reality, she didn't mind Renee being in danger. And Ty says, you know what? That's the game. You do what you got to do. And Koozie's like, I'm fighting for my life in here,
She's totally Notting Hilling it. I'm just a girl standing in front of the house asking them to keep me.
Pretty much.
I mean, that's the game.
Yeah. Koozie is really concerned that she's like becoming the villain of the season. I don't see that. I don't think so. But Ty says, you got to play that role. And I mean, he was kind of like laughing when he said this, so I'm sure he doesn't actually think she's the villain. I mean, maybe he does. I don't know.
I mean, I think he is.
Well, he knows that he's one of the villains.
Well, he also said, like, I don't give a crap about what anybody says about my game. And
like nobody knows what it's like to actually be in that house besides them.
And he's right. What these people are doing in this house,
to a certain degree,
is not how they are on the outside.
Right. This is a game.
This is a game.
Well, Koozie is worried. Like, what if I lose my job over this? No, you didn't do anything bad like that. Relax.
You didn't do anything bad.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get in trouble.
No, you've
don't
been
worry
wonderful.
about it. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, Koozie brings up that Daniel and Anika are pretty upset that she's trying to stay this week.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, what kind of team is that? Yeah, for real. They expected her to just roll over and be like, okay, guess I'm going. Good luck, you guys. I'll make sure I, talk you up in the jury house.
I'll big up you in the jury house.
Daniel and Anika, again, like, really.
Delusional.
Do they not realize Koozie wants to stay too? She's also playing this game.
Yes.
So at one point, everyone was in the HOH room, hanging out, playing that Oats game.
No! Oats. Maddie. Oats.
Yeah.
Janet. Oats.
It doesn't work the same with two people. It definitely seemed like they were on an HOH lockdown at the time. They were not like there by choice. Yeah. And then after they got out, everyone's like looking around, especially in the library, because they seem to think that Big Brother was up to something.
Is anything different in here?
They kept saying suspicious.
This looks a little different.
Yeah, they're wondering, is there another power on the loose? Is Marsha the Moose going to show up? Like, what is going on?
That Marsha the Moose boat has sailed.
Yeah.
I don't think they would do a special power this late in the game.
I think there's going to be something with the Wendy's points, but I don't think it's happening this week.
Yeah, but it might not be a special power. I have a feeling that that's going to be something like an advantage.
It's possible.
So everybody's going to get like a certain amount, like if it's the final HOH comp or something like that, or the second to final, and it's going to be like, all right, so you have the most, you're going to get like this many seconds spotted that you get to go early, to figure out a puzzle or something.
Yeah. I mean, it could have just been Big Brother blocking cameras and stuff for the double eviction.
True.
So, but everybody's really paranoid that like something's going down. So anyway, then we saw a long would you rather conversation, animal edition. Would you rather be a crocodile or a shark? Blah, 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 blah.
Would you rather be a panda or a polar bear?
Yeah. So then in the last bit of the daily.
A worm or a caterpillar?
No.
Thank God nobody picked worm.
Worms are animals too. Or insects, whatever. So in the last bit of the daily, Anika was campaigning. She was hitting the campaign trail.
Finally. It's about time.
I think she was already talking a little bit, but we just didn't get to see it because she did reference an earlier conversation. But she pulls Claudia aside to chat in a Circle K room, and Anika's like, I don't want to take anything for granted here, so I'm going to, do my due diligence, talk to everybody.
I'm going to put in my 5 minutes of campaigning just to make sure I got your vote.
Exactly. And Claudia's like, I appreciate that. I just want to know, like, would I be in trouble if you win HOH?
What is she going to say? Yes?
I mean, we know the answer is yes.
Yes.
But Anika's like, oh, she doesn't answer the question. Anika says, if someone, Koozie, is telling you in her campaign, like, oh, I was HOH before and I never put you up on the block. Anika's like, that's just because she had bigger fish to fry. She had other targets to go after. Okay, that's a really weird way to answer, am I going to be in trouble if you win HOH? So Anika says, I never had HOH yet, so I can't, use that in my campaign. And yet you're trying to tear down Koozie for using it in hers.
Would you put me up?
Definitely felt like Anika was trying to dodge Claudia's question.
But the thing is, even though she didn't give you a straight answer, that's not enough to want to keep Koozie over Anika.
Yeah. So Claudia tries another approach. She's like, Ty is our target that we all have to go after, even though I am connecting with him again on a personal level.
Oh?
So
did you say a vaginal level?
No. So Claudia,
did somebody ask her if she was doing Ty?
No, we misheard that. Remember?
Oh, okay.
So,
but what do you guys think? Do you think they're actually doing anything, or are they just making out, or just a little ass grabbing under the covers?
Stop. So Claudia,
I need to know.
Okay. So Claudia, she's asking Anika, are you on board with taking out Ty next? And Anika's claiming that she is. I don't think so. But Anika's saying, you don't have to worry if I win HOH. So she's finally giving some sort of answer here. And Anika says, if Ty does win the power of veto, I would target Renee. It wouldn't be you or Shania. So
that's probably true.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. So, because Claudia, Shania, Anika, and Daniel have their little like final four agreement or whatever. So Claudia's like, cool, I'm pretty sure that you're staying this week. So like,
pretty sure?
Yeah.
That wouldn't be good enough for me. I would be like, are you kidding me?
I mean, she can't be like, you're absolutely, definitely 100% staying. She's only one of the voters.
Well, for her part,
Right. That's what I mean. So then Anika pulls aside Shania to chat, and Shania's like, all right, I heard something. I don't believe it, but I need to ask you about it. Koozie told me that you and Daniel are targeting me and Claudia if you win HOH. And Shania's like, again, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't believe it. And Anika's like, oh, it's not true. Like, Koozie doesn't know about our final four. Like, you have nothing to worry about, blah, blah, blah. So the digital daily ended before, we got to hear the rest of their conversation.
Of course it did.
Yeah. We got to hear, like, however long a discussion about would you rather.
Yeah.
But when they actually start talking game, that's enough.
Cut them off. Too much. Wasn't even the required 2 hours and
no, it was
20
under 2
something
hours
minutes.
today.
So, like, why'd you cut us off, big brother?
I don't know.
Would have been nice to maybe hear that instead of would you rather be an alligator swimming around in the ocean, which they don't belong in the ocean.
Yeah. So,
vulture or an eagle?
I don't want to play right now. So the eviction is tomorrow. Again, it's a double. It looks like Koozie is fighting to stay, but I don't see it working.
Well, too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, she played herself. You can't frustrate yourself over like she deserves to. She effed up. She effed up. So like
it was a mistake for sure.
It's a shame, but I would love to see her in
see it play out tonight.
Yeah, it is. But will this be one of the first times that we're feeling good about a double?
Well, I'm not going to feel good with Koozie leaving, but
all right, so we're already set up for failure. But
yeah,
are we going to feel bad about the second eviction? Who would you absolutely not want to see go?
Who would I not want to see go? I guess Renee, because out of everybody who's left, she's like the most likable to me.
The most likable, the most willing to play.
Everybody else can go. I don't really care.
Exactly.
Everybody else is like, whatever.
Same.
Yeah.
All right. So we're both Renee stands.
Just protect Renee at all costs.
Renee must be protected.
Yeah. So
and everyone else, you can go, Ika.
So that's where we're at. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We will be back tonight for our episode chat.
Yeah.
Yes. And
come on, big up yourself.
I'm tired.
I know.
So thank you all so much for being here. We'll see you later. And until then,
much love. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.